TVA internal comms. Subject line, Mario Kart World. Agents, Nakware and Jonathan. Gentlemen, you have been tasked with keeping the sacred timeline free from terrible superhero movies and television shows. A responsibility those of your, shall we call it, station deserve. It seems congratulations are in order. Starting now, we're gifting you with the additional responsibility of reviewing video games. Your first assignment? The latest Mario Kart on Nintendo's new hardware. Don't muck it up.
Welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Entertainment Variance Authority. I'm Nakware Howard. That's Jonathan McNamara.
Hello.
We're your hosts, taking you through the sacred timeline of entertainment, letting you know what can make it, what needs to stay, or what needs to get pruned and get the fuck out.
Yes, what does not belong on the sacred timeline.
Yes. It's very important work we're doing over here. Today, we're taking a small pivot. We're going to be reviewing Mario Kart World.
What's Mario Kart?
Oh. Mario Kart, in my mind, is, I'm going to say it, and this is true for me.
Okay.
It's the top 3 video game of all time.
Top 3 video.
Top 3 for
Well,
me,
the
man.
sales figures would agree with you. So I think there's some validity to your argument here.
Here's the thing. Mario Kart is a silly racing game built around Mario characters. And it is just visually appealing enough. It has just a wide enough array of audience attraction and complexity that it appeals to all levels of gamers while still being complex, intricate, and really, really fun. Is that fair?
I think that's pretty fair, yes. All right, well, that's the episode. All right, we did it.
Yeah, it was kick ass. Go play it. Good luck. Talk to you later. No, before we get into breaking down our experience, I haven't played a Mario Kart game in, I think I told you, about 3-4 years. So I was excited to get back into it. But before we get into that, we're going to go through our regular cadence. We're going to get into some nerd news. Anything you want to touch on, J-Mac?
Nerd news-wise, I've been a little bit unplugged, but I think as far as nerd news goes, and we're talking about video games this episode, I'm really excited about the new Zelda that came out. That's right. There's a new Zelda. Is it a traditional Zelda Explore World Breath of the Wild game? No. Is it like there's 8 dungeons you got to fight again at the end kind of game? No. It's a Muso game. And just by saying that word, I have already offended who knows how many listeners, because they think Muso just means it's a brainless hack and slash. Not so. This one fills in the story for Princess Zelda when she gets blasted back to the past during the events of Tears of the Kingdom. So it's good. If you played the previous Zelda Muso, Age of Calamity, it was also very good. And this one looks great. It's also one of like 5 games that Nintendo has released for the Switch 2. So even if it's not that good, a lot of us are going to play it.
That's true. They've cornered the market right now on excitement because they have rarity on their side.
Yep, I think that's right. What about you? What nerd news is percolating for you?
Yeah, I got a couple things I want to get into. I'm going to roll right into this based on our last episode. We covered Eyes of Wakanda. There's a lot of Black Panther-based buzz happening right now. I want to get your thoughts on a few things.
Okay.
There's been rumors that Damson Idris could be our new Black Panther. He of Snowfall fame. There's been rumors that Michael B. Jordan could be our new Black Panther. He of Creed fame,
Black Panther fame. Yeah.
Fruitville fame, incredible
Sinners?
actor, Sinners. So out of those 2 actors, or yes, he was Johnny Storm in Wow, I forgot about that. Also, shout out to them casting a Black Johnny Storm. I needed it. It didn't go well, but I needed it, and I appreciate you for giving us a shot. Out of those 2 actors, who would you like to see as your new Black Panther? Or is there a third candidate that you would prefer, and why?
I think the first thing that we need to say is that Chadwick Boseman was a fantastic Black Panther. And I think it was smart that they didn't immediately recast him for the next Wakanda film, and that they told a little bit of story. They built the story around his passing. I think that was really important. As an MCU fan, I think that I would be really happy with Michael B. Jordan in that role. They can do it because of the multiverse situation, the multiverse saga. If this all shakes out after Doom and after Secret Wars, and he is the Black Panther who's left standing, I would be pretty okay with that. If we get multiple movies with him as the Black Panther, yeah, that would be just fine.
Okay, I hear you. Chadwick is my Black Panther. Incredible actor, legendary legacy. You know, everything I've heard about the way he carried himself, the way he worked, what he brought to the table is impeccable, and just the emotions that he brought out in his fans, as well as his coworkers and his fellow actors, is unmatched. So shout out Chadwick. I actually disagree.
That's really so weird for you. This is such a weird situation.
I know. It's really strange for me not to just blindly go in and say that you have a good idea. That's really something that I don't do often, as you all know. Considering that Coogler is likely going to be producing the next Black Panther, pairing him with Michael B. again would be a smash hit. They do incredible work together. They are exceptional together. The thing that is giving me pause is...
Panther pause.
I see what you did there. That is the expected route, in my opinion. I just think this is a chance for Marvel to take a real moonshot and give somebody else a chance. Damson Idris is an incredible choice. He would really crush it. I really, really like that casting. That being said, he is not the person I would like to see. The person I would like to see is, pause for effect. The person I would like to see is Tyler James Williams.
Let me see this guy. Who are we talking about?
And I know that is a ridiculous choice.
Let me see this guy.
I know a lot of people are going to be like, you're crazy.
I'll pass judgment on you. I mean, I see it.
Here's the thing.
I see the vision.
It's not even a look thing for me. He's an incredible actor, and I think it's a moonshot. The other person I want to put up for this is my main man. And this is my real choice because I think this is far more likely, but I think he would kill it.
All right.
And my only pause is he's been in the scene a little bit longer. He's done a lot smaller roles, but everything I've seen him in, he's killed.
Okay.
He would own the stage. He brings a presence.
Okay.
That is underappreciated. He's already been in the DC universe. Just by saying that, I think some of you know who I'm talking about. It's my man, Aldous Hodge. I think he is the next Black Panther.
I'm not mad at it.
He's good.
Let me throw this at you, though.
Okay, hit me.
What if it's not Michael B. Jordan who becomes the next Black Panther?
Okay.
What if what they do instead is, you want to talk about moonshot? We going to space. What if what they do is, after Secret Wars, Killmonger survives. Killmonger is alive.
Okay.
And becomes the king he should have been.
Oh.
You turn a villain, you make him a hero.
Wait, so does he
make him a hero?
Does he kill our current Black Panther? Are you killing off Letitia? Because look.
Where are her strengths? She's a great Black Panther. Okay? She's a great queen. All right? I'm there for it. I love the second movie. It was great. I'm just saying, everybody loves a redemption arc. A redemption arc that ends in him becoming king? What?
Okay, they've clearly been setting up things that would allow for this to happen. I just don't know if we're ready for it. I do not know.
I'm ready for it.
If we're ready.
I don't know if
for
we collectively are ready for it.
To take the throne. And then, like, because is he taking the throne and becoming a different person? Or are we still just getting Killmonger on the throne?
No. We're not getting... No, that's the whole thing, man. We're not getting Killmonger on the throne. We're getting the Black Panther on the throne. He has to change. He has to go through his character arc. He has to go from the villain to the king.
I don't hate this.
Also, I like how we're just throwing M'Baku under the bus. We're just like tossing him under there. No shot. No shot. Don't even show up for the tryout. You suck.
Everybody, collectively, everybody loves M'Baku. But M'Baku is always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Okay?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Will always be number 2.
That's true.
And I think that's where he wants to be. I think that's where he can shine. He can make his little quips.
The Vegeta to Black Panther's go.
Yes.
Yeah.
You bald-headed demon is still one of the greatest lines in all of the movies. It's exceptional.
He's great.
He's fantastic.
Okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, y'all let us know. Do you want a new character cast? Shout out my man's Aldous Hodge. Do you want Killmonger to take the throne? Or do you want a third selection? Who's your Black Panther moving forward? I want to circle back to our last episode. Okay, we talked about a lot of things in our review of Eyes of Wakanda. I wanted to get into it with you on some things that were just ruminating in my head. And we both agreed that, like, throughout the series, it is very apparent that the Wakandans are at least 50 to 100 years ahead of all other societies on Earth throughout history. It seems that, like,
yes.
as long as they've been around, as long as they've had the heart-shaped herb and the vibranium, they've been at least 50 to 100 years ahead of the rest of society. With that in mind, I wanted to play a fun little game with you because it doesn't look good for my peoples of Wakanda that they just letting atrocities happen left and right. So I wanted to throw something out at you and get your thoughts. If you can give me a top 3, but ideally, I primarily just need your top choice. So give me your top 3. If you ain't got that, give me your top choice.
Okay.
For what would you have liked to see the Wakandans intervene in worldwide affairs to make the world a better place?
They're not, though. Like, they just happen to be there, and then they let horrible things happen anyway.
Exactly. That's the problem.
So you're asking me, which historic event would I love for the Wakandans to have been present at and not solved at all?
Yeah.
That's the question?
Yeah, exactly. Let's throw them completely under the bus.
Great.
From here.
It's all in service of Wakanda, right? Like, we got to keep it secret. We can't let anybody in. We can't let them know about us. We can't share the technology. I don't know. How about the Black Plague? How about the Wakandans show up and they just, like, make a suggestion?
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
Somebody's working on a cure and they're like, no, not that. No, try this. Try this.
Okay.
You know, maybe solve the Black Plague.
That's high on your list?
It would be impactful.
All right. What else you got? Give me 2 more. Black Plague's not bad.
I mean, they got time travel.
Yep.
Kill baby Hitler.
Little Holocaust solve.
Kill baby Hitler.
That's pretty good.
I mean,
that's pretty good.
They're kind of like ninjas anyway. Nobody's gonna know they were there.
Is that your number 1?
No, I don't know if that's my number 1. I think my number 1 would be, I would love a series where the Black Panthers do get involved in the Civil War and just wreak absolute havoc in the name of vengeance. I think I would like that.
That'd be pretty dope.
What if you found out that they were, they helped out with the Underground Railroad a little bit?
That'd be solid.
That'd be pretty solid. You are, okay, here's what you guys can't see because we are an audio-based podcast and not a video-based podcast. Nakware is currently, if you listen closely, perhaps you can imagine it, he is making the expression of, I am going to let you finish with your shitty suggestions so that I can hit you with my excellent suggestions. That is the facial expression he is making now. No, it's fine. Go ahead.
No,
what do you got?
Ladies and gentlemen, that's not what I'm going to do at all.
Okay.
In fact, J-Mac stole 2 of my 3 answers.
2?
Okay.
2.
Holocaust, high on my list. Real high on my list. I really wish that
and the solve is they just make sure Hitler gets into art school.
It would have been real nice if we could have stopped, all my Jewish homies and sisters from getting murdered like that. That'd have been something that I feel like they could have stepped in on. Similarly, the whole slavery thing. I don't know. Maybe it just behooves you to, help some of our Black brothers and sisters also not suffer and die. Those are both really, really high on my list.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And so
What's number one?
I think you've got a good start.
What's number one?
I'm going to add a few more.
Future times.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to add a few more. I'm going to be like, hey, how about we take this even further back? Let's really get in here. Let's go back to some biblical times. Let's cut slavery off at the root. Can we really, let's go real far back and just extinguish this practice from the beginning.
Right from the beginning,
really get over the whole slavery thing. I think that is really influential for like what's going on here. Considering that you've taken two of my answers, number two, I'm going to go with the surprise thing here. The Dark Ages. Traditionally, science says that like we lost 500 years of science, math, education in those times when it was being demonized. Imagine how much further along we could be as a society if we weren't hunting witches, if we didn't tell scientists that they were devil worshippers and all that stuff that we were doing down there. That's number two on my list. And number three.
Pretty good.
Number three. Now, with everything that we've stated, my number one may not even be necessary.
Okay.
But I'm still putting it out here.
Just in case.
Because I'm like,
you never know.
You just didn't want to, y'all didn't want
under the timeline.
Y'all are doing time travel now.
Yeah.
But you didn't want to stop. Y'all didn't want to help my boy Martin. We just gonna let Martin catch that stray. We just
oh my God, dude, I am so embarrassed right now because of course you meant MLK, but for the briefest of moments, I thought you meant Martin Lawrence, like the TV show. Like your intention was maybe Wakanda could have helped that show be even better. I guess I don't know why I thought you were thinking that, but like, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were on a first name basis with Dr. King.
Yeah,
I wasn't aware. That's my bad. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Me and Martin, we tight. Okay.
I am not going to refer
to
Martin.
What? Marty?
That is.
You don't rock with Marty?
Yeah, it's Dr. King.
I like Marty.
You know what? I rock with Dr. King.
Okay.
I like Dr. King.
Look. Okay. Look. He was Dr. King in the Civil Rights Movement. At the cookout, he was Marty. Okay? That's a man.
I don't think I'm invited to that.
That's a man that throws down on some rib.
I'm not offended, but I don't think I'm invited to that cookout.
That's fair.
Okay.
That's fair.
Okay.
All right. Those are my three. And I really think that this is something that Marvel could explore and really dive into because it is a major gap in the Black Panther and the Wakandan storytelling as they set it up so far.
Well, and this gets back to what we were talking about in the episode, which is just that like Eyes of Wakanda is such a cool idea. And I hope that there's more of it because that was my primary complaint is like, what's here is really good.
Yeah.
I'd love to see more, more time periods, more characters. That's my biggest complaint is give me more of this.
Exactly. So that's just a little bit of nerd news for y'all. We wanted to get into some fun stuff, really just touch on a few interesting things that are happening. Let's hit them with a little bit of cleaning up the timelines.
Okay.
What you getting rid of right now? Once again, nothing too serious, just a little societal issues or even smaller things.
Societal issues.
Even just smaller things.
I have a long list.
That you just want to get rid of. We don't need to deal with it. Did I take out Crocs last week? Or was it Visors last week? I'm on a rampage.
No, you did Crocs.
I took out pickleball.
Oh, you took out pickleball.
Yep. So what are you cleaning up? What are you taking off the timeline?
Is it uncouth if I say a person?
Yes, it is.
I can't say a person?
No, we're not into murder.
We're okay.
This is a murder-free zone.
It's not murder. It's removing them from existence. It's not the same thing.
It sounds a lot like the same thing.
I mean, I get, okay.
It sounds a little murdery.
Oh, I got one.
Okay.
I fucking got one. I got a good one. Are you ready for this?
Yep.
I'm going to go off.
Okay.
I just got back from a work trip.
Okay.
Which means I was in a hotel. Every time I go to a hotel, what's the first thing I do? Set the thermostat as low as it will go. Second thing I do every time is see what's on Food Network because I don't have cable. Okay.
Yep.
I don't watch Food Network anymore. Growing up, watched a lot of Food Network. Don't have it anymore. So when I'm in a hotel, my habit is I turn on Food Network. I see that they're playing something involving Guy Fieri, and then I ignore
Obviously.
it. Right? Okay. That's not what happened this time.
Okay.
What happened this time is there's this new show with the chef who's been on Food Network for a long time. She seems like a great person, great chef, whatever. Her show is she invites her favorite chefs from around the country to compete in an arbitrary cooking challenge with her, where they're like, you get to decide, you get to set the terms, but then the options they give them are like, what ingredients do you want to use? And they were like, oh, Wagyu beef. And they're like, okay, now choose another ingredient. And the only other option is like canned ham. And it's like, oh, looks like you're doing something with Wagyu beef and canned ham. And then they're like, how much time do you need? And they're like, I think I could do this challenge in half an hour. And then they do. And it sucks. Okay? That show sucks. That's not my issue. My issue is I watched the whole episode.
Okay.
Immediately after that episode, they did a different show. That show is the chef that everybody's competing against in the previous show goes to a bar, and the host from the competition show meets her at the bar, and then they watch an episode of their competition show together
Okay.
and comment on it like it's director's commentary. What the fuck are we doing? So you have a bad show, and then you have another show, which is the people from that show talking about the bad show? That's what we're doing? We're cooked. We are cooked.
So let me get this straight. Just to be clear for our audience,
Yes.
on our review podcast,
Yeah.
you want to get rid of review shows.
No. I want to be very clear here. Okay. Let's say that famous Food Network chefs got together,
Okay.
at a bar, and they had like an actors roundtable kind of situation, and they talked about some new restaurant and gave their viewpoints of it or whatever.
Okay.
I like it for this reason. I don't think they use enough salt. Whatever. That's a review show.
Okay.
That's not what this fucking is. This is two people who are on a TV show arbitrarily getting together at a bar with no bartender and no patrons. It's just a set that looks like a bar to talk about the fucking episode that they just made.
You're anti-self-aggrandizing.
It's not even aggrandizing because they don't even like their own show. They're like, I don't know why I made that decision. That was so silly. That cost me the competition, blah, blah, blah.
Okay. You seem very hurt by this particular show and universe of shows.
Okay, I feel like I'm not understood here. I feel like this is really important that I get across because I feel like it's a linchpin in the future of human society. And if we don't address this right now, I swear to God, I honestly feel like if I don't help you understand this right now, as a society, we are lost. Do you understand the gravity of what I'm saying?
I do. I do. And
Okay,
I'm
okay,
trying.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm doing my best.
Imagine that you go to see Superman
Okay.
at the movie theater. Okay, you go to see Superman. You sit through all the commercials. Maria Menounos is there. She's like, "Hey, here's some dumb bullshit." Then you fucking watch Superman. Okay, it's a great movie. You have a good time, and then with no pause whatsoever, maybe one commercial, Maria Menounos comes back for just a second. She's like, "Have you been? Did you get popcorn? Okay, great. We're gonna show you our next thing." And you're like, "I didn't know there was a next thing." And then the next thing is James Gunn and the cast of Superman going to a bar that is clearly not a bar and watching the movie over again with you in like as some sort of kidnapped child, like in the audience. You can't leave because you have to watch them criticize their own movie as though they haven't already done that or like talked about it behind the scenes or like had any pre-planning or whatsoever. And Superman is just like, no, I get the eye thing. Yeah, it looks a little weird when I'm flying, whatever. Right. And James Gunn is like, I mean, it's not my best. Like, it's not Guardians. But you know what? Overall, I'm pretty happy with it. That's what I'm talking about, okay? This is not a review. It's not an academic exercise. It's complete bullshit. The only way it could be worse is if it was AI generated.
I can't. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm lost for words for the first time.
That's what I would prune. I would get that shit the fuck out of here. What are we doing? Food Network. You used to be a thing.
J-Mac, You're my man. You're my co-host. I love you. I appreciate you. I do not understand.
Do you like
this? Such a fire under your eyes.
Do you love that you were like, what's something you want to prune from the timeline? And I was like, oh, I don't know. And then I thought about it.
It's so specific. It's incredible. I love that you hate this so much.
I hate how meta it is. Hey, you just watched us do this show. Do you want to watch the show again? And also, we're going to talk about it this time. Let's watch the episode you just watched again. This time, we're going to talk over it the whole time. Is that cool?
I mean, that makes sense to me.
Also, we're in a bar where we're not drinking anything. What the fuck?
Let it fuel you. Let the hate fuel you.
That's mine. What's yours?
Mine is a lot simpler.
Okay.
We're in Texas, so per usual, I'm going to offend a large swath of our audience.
That's great.
My pruning.
This is the best way to build an audience.
Yeah, this is, as you know, I am actively playing defense against our management objectives.
You're trying to prevent us from reaching our potential too.
100%. And the thing I'm going to prune, it's very simple.
All right.
It's Hummers.
Yeah, it's time.
I thought we were done with this. No. It gets better. Have you followed the trajectory of Hummers?
No, what do we got? Hum 3?
The new Hummers, they're electric.
Electric Hummer.
What's the point? Stand on business. I thought the whole point of a Hummer was to have a gas guzzler and to show the world, hey, I'm a man. I can afford $9.
9 miles to the gallon.
Thank you.
9 miles to the gallon.
And now we have electric Hummers. Who is that for? Who's the eco-friendly Hummer driver?
You know who it's for? It's for Duracell.
I hate this.
Because they're like,
I hate this.
We're going to sell so many Hummer batteries.
I hate this.
We're going to sell 1,000,000 trillion Hummer batteries.
I hate this. I hate what it's for.
Because you could listen, you only get 3 miles per charge. And you only get 20 charges per battery.
It's an utter disaster. It's asinine. What are we doing here?
Does it use USB-C? Fuck no, it doesn't use USB-C.
Oh my God. This is preposterous. How are we still doing this?
Okay.
I'm done.
Okay, but imagine you go to the dealership, right? And the dealer there explains to you all the stuff about the Hummer and how good the electric Hummer and how good it is. Oh, you get this many miles. Oh, the air conditioner is this good. Oh, it's got this ass warmers. It's got this. It's got that. Right? Okay. You go through the whole thing, and at the end of it, you're like, yeah, I don't think I can. Thank you for your time, but I'm not interested in buying the electric Hummer. And then he says, hey, no worries, that's fine. But would you like to go to a bar with me and sit there and watch a replay of our entire interaction, and then we can criticize how we did during this? I'll criticize your responses. I'll say things like, yeah, I didn't really know what you wanted at this point, but and then you'll say things like, yeah, I have no idea why you were trying to sell me this in the first place.
You know what? I think I can get behind that. I think I can support that interaction.
We're cooked.
We're lost as a society.
Let's talk about cars.
Let's get into it. Let's crack open the case file. Ladies and gentlemen, now we are going to get into our review of Mario Kart. J-Mac.
Well, wait. It's not just Mario Kart. It's Mario Kart World. For the Nintendo Switch 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is J-Mac's wheelhouse. Games, this is what he does. You see what I did there?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I'm clever.
Yeah.
I like to think so. My mama
so good at steering the conversation.
My mama thinks I'm cute. Give me the breakdown, man. How are you feeling? What did you think? Like, from the standpoint of someone who games on a regular basis as a hobby, you've got a stream. What do you like about this game? How is playability? How are the visuals? What are your thoughts on the soundtrack? Tell me about the immersive world. What do you think? I want to hear what you have to say.
The thing about Mario Kart in general is that we need not waste time explaining what Mario Kart is.
Exactly.
So many people play Mario Kart. It is regularly the best-selling Nintendo game. We are on the 9th version of this game. The 8th version, introduced with the Wii U, ascended on the Switch, the original Switch, and then here we are with a Switch 2 and a new Mario Kart game that I am sure will sell more copies than I can possibly comprehend.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't have to get into what is known. Let's talk about what's new.
Yep.
There's a few things. You can jump and grind on rails in this game, which is a new thing. Previously, you could drift. You can still drift in this game, but you can also grind on rails, and that allows you to take certain shortcuts, and almost immediately people are figuring out how to beat certain Grand Prix races in like record time just by grinding and ninja flipping all over the place.
Okay.
Which is pretty interesting. So if you're like a lot of Nintendo games, anyone can pick up and play Mario Kart. There's even controls that do like auto acceleration. There's like intelligent steering for the little kiddos, so like they don't run off the track. So anyone can play this game. But if you're a real Mario Kart sicko, you learn how to grind and ninja flip everywhere. That's your milieu as far as Mario Kart World. The other big thing that's different is there's a new gameplay mode. It's called Knockout Tour. Knockout Tour, you just have to be within a certain rank at the end of a specific race. The race is continuous, so you might race through, I believe it's like 5 different tracks. And at the end of the first track, you have to be 20th or better, and then 16th or better, and so on until you get to the final 4, and then whoever wins that gets first place and is showered with coins and starmen, which is great. The other new thing is you can explore Mario Kart World as one continuous world, not in Grand Prix, not in a race mode, not in a knockout tour, not in battle mode. You can just drive around the world of Mario Kart World, and there's a bunch of little challenges you can do. There's a bunch of like little things you can find. There's a bunch of like collectibles. There's different costumes for the characters and stuff like that. So that's new. And the way you access that is you just press a button on the main menu screen, and then all of a sudden you're seamlessly in the world and you can drive wherever you want.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to hop in right here and take a second just to step back and say, I think we all need to appreciate J-Mac's just casual use of milieu. Casual and effective and appropriate. That was delightful, sir. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
I really appreciated that.
I appreciate it.
Secondly, I want to come in as a much more casual game player and say I have not played I played Mario Kart 8. Prior to that, I do not think I consistently played a Mario Kart game since Mario Kart 64, which still hashtag that's my Mario Kart.
Yeah, so let's sideline on that real quick.
Okay.
Because I think this is really interesting. What I have found is that there are kind of 2 primary Mario Kart player camps. One of them is Mario Kart 64 is my Mario Kart end all be all. Like, maybe I'll play the other games, but like I will ruin you if we play Mario Kart 64.
Accurate.
Which I get. I do not feel that way.
Okay.
My Mario Kart, the first time I played a Mario Kart and I was really sucked in, where I wasn't just like, yeah, this is fine, whatever.
If you say Double Dash.
It's not Double Dash. In fact, this is a point of shame for me. Double Dash is the only Mario Kart game I don't own.
Ooh.
So I'm on the hunt. I'm on the hunt for a good copy of Double Dash. It's the only one I don't have. But the DS version of Mario Kart is the one where it really clicked for me. And I've been playing it pretty consistently since the DS version. So the Wii version's great, although it's kind of a little short. It could use a lot more levels.
I did not like Wii Mario Kart.
That's fair. I liked it with the controller. I liked it with the wheel. Still pretty good. 3DS version, great. Mario Kart 8 was, I felt like, the absolute pinnacle of Mario Kart. And one of the things that made it so good is that the soundtrack is basically a big band the entire time, which is awesome.
He's been talking about this damn soundtrack.
The soundtrack's so good.
For the past 2 hours.
And then the other thing that they did is they gave us a bunch of levels that were related to other Nintendo properties and drivers and cars, vehicles that were related to other Nintendo properties. So you got Link, you got some of the Squid Kids from Splatoon, you got levels from F-Zero in Mario Kart 8. Which was wild.
I don't even think I caught that.
They were so good, too. They were really great levels, and they had the music from F-Zero, but done in big band style. Yeah, so, like, even now, I think there's a lot of reason to play Mario Kart 8. But if you're into multiplayer, and if you have a Switch 2, it makes a lot of sense to play Mario Kart World. We should talk about the fact that Mario Kart World is the Nintendo launch title for the Switch 2.
Yeah. So before we do that, shout out F-Zero, shout out F-Zero X. Loved those games. Yeah, before we get into the launch of it all, I just want to let y'all know that this game's damn fun.
It's
Man.
really
I
fun.
had a blast.
Yeah.
I haven't consistently played a Mario Kart game in years. It is easy to play. It is easy to jump into and figure out. It is fun. The world is pretty damn immersive. I actually think they did a really good job with the visuals. The level of detail, I think, is a lot of fun. The character selections were pretty dope, but to your point, I did like the characters in Mario Kart 8 more, and I don't know this because I didn't play enough. I like the alternate costumes. I like the alternate versions of cars a lot. It's the little details that like allow you to make your character your own. As all of us know who have played a Mario Kart, you are judging people based on the character they choose. And as they've continued to grow the game and give you more options, it allows you to be more unique with your combination.
Yes.
Because it used to be we had about 8 characters, and if you were picking Luigi, we all thought you sucked. And it was probably true. Now you can tailor. Oh yeah, Luigi got to catch that stray. You can tailor your experience a little bit more in these later versions. That's really cool. It gives people a little bit more personality in their selections. I'm still going to judge you based on your Mario Kart character selection. J-Mac chose a cow as his character, and he was only redeemed by the fact that the car he picked is called Lil Dumpy. So we've been saying Lil Dumpy for about 2 hours as well.
Listen. This is what what peak Mario Kart performance looks like. Okay, I will say that I missed some of the characters from Mario Kart 8, but that's okay because Mario Kart World gave us the greatest Mario Kart character of all time, which is Cow. And I thought Cow was unstoppable all by itself. Okay, I was playing Cow. I was riding the Rob Hog, which is a great motorcycle. I was riding all kinds of stuff, having a great time. And then I unlocked Lil Dumpy, which is a legally distinct Tonka truck piloted by a big cow. And it's the best. It's the best combination.
I can't stop saying Lil Dumpy.
Lil Dumpy is so good. Little Dumpy, by the way, implies the existence of Big Dumpy.
Exactly.
Which they haven't announced that there's going to be DLC. And this is one of the things I'm waiting on, right? Because Mario Kart 8 was supported for a really long time. So it wasn't that long ago. They were still releasing new track packs on Switch Online. And I haven't heard any news about whether we're going to get that for Mario Kart World or not. I hope we do, because I would love to see more tracks. I would love to see the world expand. I think that could be really interesting. The biggest knock that I have against this game, by far, is that I don't know why I would play the Explore the World mode.
Yeah, we were talking about this a little bit.
Like, it's fun as a distraction, but it does not feel like a meat and potatoes part of this game. It feels almost like an afterthought. And the reason I feel that way is because it is sparsely populated.
Yeah.
And this is a problem with open world games sometimes, right? If you give me an open world game and I go a vast distance and I don't see something interesting, or I don't run into any signs of life even, that's going to be a problem for me. And it's going to make me feel like the world is not populated enough. Like it's not alive enough. Yeah. So it actually rips me right out of the immersion.
Now, what I'll ask you as an observer, does the open world allow you to unlock skins? Are you building credits? Are you getting new characters? Are you unlocking new cars? Is any of that happening? That may be the incentive you're looking for.
I think that is true to a point, but one of the things that I've noticed with this game is that the way you unlock costumes is by eating food that you find in the world, and it is random, right? So what might support that idea is you're driving along in the open world, you find a P block, it presents you with a challenge, and if you complete this specific challenge, you unlock this specific costume or like this specific car.
Right.
That would be a lot more of a driver for it. Let me give you a counterpoint. I've been playing the new Katamari game, Once Upon a Katamari. And the big change in this game is that each level has 3 crowns, like the queen's crowns. And you open additional levels. In other words, you get more stuff to play if you find all the crowns. You don't have to find all of them in each level. You have to have a total number, right? And it gives me an incentive to go back and replay previous levels and like fully explore previous levels because I want to get all the crowns because I want to unlock new levels.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about is if the challenges in the open world directly related to like giving me more cosmetics, more vehicles or whatever in a one-to-one way that wasn't randomized,
Sure.
I would be a lot more incentivized to do it.
Okay, that makes sense. I agree with you. When we played around with the open world a little bit, it's dope. It's really cool. It's a really cool way to explore the various maps, to get more familiar, to test your skills a little bit. But it does kind of fall flat in that quickly you are kind of like, all right, what's the point? What am I doing here?
Yeah. One of the big marketing points was that you can explore the world with friends.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why I would do that and not do a Grand Prix.
Yeah.
I would much prefer to do a knockout tour or battle motor Grand Prix than just kind of like drive around a big expanse with my friends.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a use case for that. Is it better than just sitting on a Discord talking to your friends? Maybe.
Sure.
I just don't think it is the selling point that they thought it was going to be or as appealing as they thought it was going to be. Now, like, maybe that changes, right? Maybe things get patched or there's DLC that makes that mode more immersive, but right now it's kind of bare bones.
Yeah, that's fair. That's definitely fair. All right, talk to me about the significance of this being the first drop.
It is incredibly significant because, especially at the beginning, if you bought a Switch 2, you got Mario Kart. Like, that's just the way it is, right? Yeah. So Mario Kart World was the first big Switch 2 game. The second big Switch 2 game is Donkey Kong Bonanza. And there was like a month or two between those two releases. So if you bought a Switch at launch, the only like new Nintendo game for the Nintendo Switch 2 was Mario Kart World and everything else was third party. Now there's a lot of stuff to play. It's not like when the N64 launched and there were 2 games, period.
Yeah.
Full stop. There's a ton of stuff to play because there's also like the online shop and like all the stuff that's there. So it wasn't a problem in terms of, am I going to have stuff to play with my new console? But it did feel a little lackluster that there weren't more first-party Nintendo games that really took advantage of the hardware and helped show me what it could do. Now, side note, because I know that the comment section may be screaming about this, there is kind of like a hardware proof of concept game that you can buy. And I'm not going to. And the reason I'm not going to is because I believe it's digital only, which physical games forever, that's my jam. But also, it should have been a pack-in. This is a game that teaches you how the various functions of the Switch 2 works.
Yeah.
Right? It almost doesn't matter how much it costs, right? I don't want to pay for it.
The sheer fact that it's a cash grab
like
bothers you.
Wii Sports was a pack-in, right?
Yeah.
I know that historically that there was some like back and forth about whether that was a good idea or not. And I know that former Nintendo president of America, Reggie Fils-Aimé, was like really involved in pushing for that. And I think it was a really good idea. But like, don't ask me to pay for a tech demo.
Yeah. No, that's a really good point. You have a more educated consumer than ever, and I think people will expect you to deliver more. You cannot ask me to pay for something that was previously free.
Yeah.
You just can't. Companies really need to understand that. Catering to your audience is paramount, especially in the modern age. We have more access to information. We have more access to communication, and people are more aware than ever. They don't want to pay for things that were previously free, and they also want you to provide value. That is how you build brand loyalty. That is how you build an engaged customer base.
I mean, you want to take it back to the Nintendo Entertainment System, right? Not every Nintendo system came with a pack-in game. I believe it was possible to buy the system by itself. But that's not what I remember. What I remember is I got the NES and it came with Mario and Duck Hunt.
Yep.
On one cartridge, right? And then there were other pack-in games later. You're buying the system, yes, but you're also buying it because it comes with this game.
Yep.
You know, the PlayStation came with demo discs, right?
Yeah, and
here are demos of games you could play, so at least you have something to explore, you know? And I just feel like the fact that there was this only one Nintendo first-party game and then this tech demo game that I hear may be good, but like, come on.
Yeah, I feel like it's getting worse too because people are really getting pissed off. I want to be able to buy the system, have a game, have my controllers, have my setup so that I can take this home and play right away. I want to be able to buy my kid a game and immediately have them crack that bad boy open and play for hours and see that joy on their face. I want to have to tell them, hey, you need to go outside. I don't want them to open the console and then be like, wait, there's no games? You know what I mean? Like, that's
It's the absolute
devastating.
worst,
It's
man.
devastating.
Absolute worst. Now, like, things are getting better, right? We got Donkey Kong Bonanza. It's excellent. So far, the games that have been releasing for the Switch 2, the first-party games, are pretty good. We've got a sequel to Kirby's Air Ride on the way, which I don't think anybody saw on their bingo card. Sakurai's been talking about it on multiple Nintendo Directs. Looks pretty good. The new Zelda Muso's out. That's pretty awesome. Excited about that. Metroid Prime 4 is on the way. Like, we're getting there. It's still a little irksome, I think, that we started off with just one game. An excellent game.
Phenomenal
With
game.
great multiplayer functionality. You play online with your friends. You can race crazy Japanese kids in like time trials and realize that you'll never be as good at something as these kids are at Mario Kart World, and that's fine.
Yeah, accurate.
But yeah, I think overall, pretty good.
So how do you feel about Mario Kart World setting up the Switch 2 as a console to be contended with moving forward? Because candidly, I don't feel like the Switch took up as much market share as I would imagine Nintendo was hoping. And I feel like coming out with Mario Kart World, which is a big property of theirs, on their first console release in a long time, is a big statement. And I think they're really making a push to regain some market share that they haven't had in a while. What are your thoughts on that? Like, I think Nintendo has a very loyal customer base, but I don't know that they have the broad appeal of some of the other consoles.
Are you prepared for me to go off?
Oh yeah,
I'm going to go off historically.
Okay.
So I think the first thing to keep in mind here is that when the Nintendo and the Nintendo Entertainment System made it to Western shores, it happened after one of the most catastrophic times in video game history, right? There was the Atari crash, 1983, and it took 2 years, but Nintendo showed up, and a lot of the reason that Nintendo showed up in the West the way it did was in direct response to that event. What happened at that event? Too many people were making games. Game stores were flooded. There's a lot of things that contributed to the crash, but one of the big ones is that there were so many people making games. I have a video game made by General Mills for the Atari 2600. That's not a joke. A lot of games were bad.
Yeah.
And there were too fucking many of them. So if you were making a really good game, it wouldn't get bought because you were competing against so many other games. And
market oversaturation.
Right. Market oversaturation was a big part of it. There was like PCs, the PC market coming in and kind of like poo-pooing on video games as a concept. Like, why would you get a dedicated video game console when you can get a computer that your dad can use to do his taxes? And then also it plays, like this, William Shatner actually said that in a commercial for the VIC-20. It's like your dad can do his taxes and your mom can keep track of her recipes or whatever, and it plays great games too. And it's just like ridiculous, right? So Nintendo came in to that market. One of the lessons they learned from that whole exchange is you don't flood the market.
Yeah.
And I think if you look back at subsequent Nintendo consoles through time, what you'll see is that first-party releases are drip-fed. So it's not so surprising that this happened with the Switch 2, but the reason for that, I think a big part of the contributing factor of that is that Nintendo is not competing with Sony and Microsoft the way Microsoft and Sony are competing with each other.
Interesting.
I know a lot of folks, sort of anecdotally, who like do a lot of their gaming on PS5, but I gotta have Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Right? Because Nintendo's IPs are so good. If you have a PS5 and a new Zelda comes out, you might just get a Nintendo.
Yeah.
And so many of their games are system sellers. Mario Kart is a system seller. Legend of Zelda is a system seller. Metroid Prime 4 is going to push some systems, man.
Yeah.
And so I think that's the deal. That's kind of how I see the delineation. There's PC gamers. There's your like cutting edge console gamers with the PS5, Xbox. And then you have your dedicated Nintendo fan base and even like casual gamers. Like a lot of people play Nintendo games.
Yep.
They're easy to pick up and play. They appeal to just about everybody. That may be some of what's going on. What's really interesting, though, and I'm sure we'll talk about this in a future episode, is that this week, Valve announced a Steam machine. So now Valve is consoleizing the PC. You're not going to go build a PC. You're going to buy a Steam machine from Valve. It comes with a kick-ass controller that looks amazing.
Fascinating.
Right? This is a big fucking deal, and it just got announced. So they're coming out with a Steam machine, and it feels like they've paid attention to all of the complaints people have about the current console hardware, and they're like, we can fix that. So, for example, how do you upgrade the storage on the Steam machine? An SD card. You just drop in a new SD card, you have more storage. Done. Just like the Switch, right? This is purely conjecture, okay? But I feel like what's happening right now in the world of video games is that Microsoft is bowing out as gracefully as they can.
Really?
And Valve is going to fill the void, and you're going to have Nintendo and Sony competing directly with Valve because, in my opinion, the greatest competitor to the Switch and the Switch 2 is the Valve Steam Deck. And now they're going for consoles as well, right?
Fascinating.
Yeah. The other thing they announced is a VR headset.
Yep.
That doesn't require a tethered computer. You can store games on the headset itself.
Oh.
Which kicks the shit out of the PSVR 2.
Yeah.
Right? Now, you don't even have to buy the Steam machine. You can buy the VR headset if that's your jam and just store games directly on that and just play on that with the controller that will be sold separately. I don't know. It's a really interesting time in video game development, and we'll see how this goes.
Okay, that's pretty dope. That's a really interesting pivot.
Yeah.
That's going to be really different in the world of gaming.
So obviously Mario Kart World deserves to be on the timeline, on the sacred timeline.
Okay.
We're not going to prune Mario Kart. Mario Kart's here to stay.
Let's do this officially. Let's really get into it. We're going to crack down on the verdict. So, does Mario Kart World join the sacred timeline? What is your numbered ranking? And what is the final judgment?
Mario Kart World deserves to be on the sacred timeline. I think that there's still reasons to play Mario Kart 8, which is interesting. Mario Kart 8 still has more tracks to race on. But I think Mario Kart World is really great. I think there's some unrealized potential there.
Sure. Like, how do you feel about the different game modes? And then also, how do you feel about playing it single player versus multiplayer?
To me, Mario Kart is like the video game equivalent of staying hydrated.
Okay.
I will play Mario Kart by myself. I will play Mario Kart with friends. I'll play it online. I'll play it locally. I just love Mario Kart in general. It's not a like top 10 game for me.
Okay.
But it is a top 100 game for me. Okay. It's kind of a mainstay, you know? It's like if you want to play cards, right? Like everybody can do Texas Hold'em, but maybe not everybody knows like all the individual games or whatever. I don't play cards anymore.
It's not a homemade cookie, but it's an Oreo. You always love an Oreo.
It's great. So what's my ranking? Because there's some unrealized potential, because the world exploration mode is a little lackluster in some respects, I give it an 8.
Okay.
8 out of 10.
Okay.
Mario Kart 8 is probably more like a 9 for me. But it's also had a lot of time to fully develop and get more games or get more tracks and more content. So I think that I will give Mario Kart World an 8 for now and hope that it improves over time.
All right. We're definitely not pruning Mario Kart World. It was a blast, so it's going to make it on the sacred timeline. I really appreciate Mario Kart as a multiplayer. Yeah. I love to play it solo, but I only have so much bandwidth. I really love the banter and the fun of playing Mario Kart with one other person, and in a perfect world, 3 other people.
Yep.
I love a 4-way split. We're going at it. Jabs are flying. Everybody's having a blast. We're having a real good time. Make it a party. I still really love the traditional Grand Prix mode. It's my favorite. It's the classic. Yep. I love it.
Knockout Tour.
Yeah, Knockout Tour jumped up the list for me. That was a lot of fun. It adds an interesting little wrinkle. What I will say is I do not like the updated version of Versus compared to old versions. I rather would have to knock out all of your balloons than get more kills.
Yeah, sure. That makes sense.
So I think that's an interesting twist that knocked down the Versus mode for me versus past versions. I'm going with an 8.4. I had a lot of fun with it. And that gives us a weighted average of an 8.2. Not the best thing we've ranked this year, but number 2 right now, I believe. So that's pretty dope. They did a really good job, y'all. Mario Kart World has made it on the Sacred Time. That has been the Entertainment Variance Authority.
You got to say timeline.
That has been the Entertainment Variance Authority review of Mario Kart World. Thank you for kicking it with us. Stay afterwards for our post-credit scenes. In the meantime, in between time, check out Life Begins at 8-Bit with J-Mac and Danielle. Shout out to They Call Him Swerve for our intro and exit music. And we will see you on the next one when we review Ironheart. Like, subscribe, follow, comment, engage with us. We want to know what you're thinking. We'll holla at you. Peace.
And go play some games.
Thank you for listening to the Entertainment Variance Authority. Listen to additional episodes wherever you get your podcasts and keep an ear out for future episodes. Next time, not even the Mushroom Kingdom is safe.
And if you've decided to stay with us for our post-credit scene today,
Here we go.
I've got something that I think is going to set J-Mac on fire.
That's impossible.
Based on our gameplay today.
Okay.
You know, this is the food section of the pod. This is where we want to discuss.
I kind of already talked about Food Network anyway. I feel bad about it.
Just some munches. We just want to get into the good eats. And, you know, J-Mac had a particular character that he's grown attached to.
You mean cow?
In Mario Kart World.
It's cow, yeah. Yeah, cow.
I want to know what your favorite burger is right now. Yeah, that's what we get into.
Do you mean like just in general or like fast food burger? Clarify this for me. What do you mean?
Okay, let's do 2 categories. We're going to do fast food and we're going to do more artisanal. Like, you know, a shop that's really giving you a burger.
Okay, I got my answers.
Okay.
Do you want to go first or you want me to go first?
No, go ahead.
Okay, so I say this with a heavy heart because I do not like their pricing structure.
Okay.
And I do get people who feel that they're overrated.
Okay.
But when it comes to fast food burgers, I gotta give it to Shake Shack.
Wow.
I gotta.
Wow.
If I'm being honest, I gotta give it to Shake Shack. I feel bad about it. Okay? Because they're too expensive.
Terrible call.
They're too expensive. But I just got back from a work trip and we went to the Shake Shack and I wasn't paying for it.
No.
And it was pretty good. It was pretty It's real good. So that's my fast food. That's my fast food answer. Okay. So for my artisanal answer, I'm gonna give a shout out to Turnstile in Austin, Texas. Okay?
Turnstile for burgers?
Dude, you don't even know. Okay, look, let me educate you a little bit because you live here. You know what's up. Okay.
I do.
Turnstile. What is Turnstile? It is a coffee shop bar / burger restaurant that is in the innards of a former Sonic.
Okay.
Off of Burnett Road. It's awesome. The bartender's amazing. The coffee's amazing. But they do have exceptional burgers. They have exceptional French fries. They do a bunch of delicious food. Here's the one to get if you go to Turnstile on Burnett.
Okay.
You get the Lexington.
Okay.
The Lexington is a barbecue burger. It's got barbecue sauce on it. It's a barbecue cheeseburger, barbecue sauce. It's got just a fuck ton of bacon. It's amazing. It also has coleslaw on it.
We love bacon. Oh, you lost me on the coleslaw.
Hold on. Wait. You don't have to get it, okay? But not getting it is a mistake because you get a contrast of temperatures and textures. It is providing a crunch. Don't think of it as coleslaw. Think of it as what a pickle would be normally, only better. It's incredible. It's maybe the best barbecue burger I've ever had. So shout out to Turnstile. Lexington is a killer burger.
All right. Per usual, you're wrong.
Please tell me why I'm wrong. Thank you.
Both selections.
Mm-hmm.
So first and foremost, I'm going to preface my answer.
Okay.
I cannot give you my best burger in Austin.
Okay. Because you're scared that I'll go there?
No. Because, unfortunately, I cannot remember where it was from.
Oh,
Now,
so you were drinking.
No. I wish I was drinking. So let me set the stage for y'all.
Okay,
right?
okay.
Shout out to Central Machine Works.
Okay.
Every year they've started doing, I think this was year number 3. It could be going longer, but I've heard about it for about 3 years. They do a best burger competition.
Okay.
In the summer. And so it's just, they set up tables. Everybody's got a table. Either you get a slider or they're cutting burgers in quarters and you can try as many burgers as you want, right?
Okay, yeah.
It was fire. And there was one burger joint and it was exceptional. And I swear to you, I thought I took a picture and I don't know if I just didn't or if
So your answer is a burger that doesn't exist?
No. I just want to give them a shout out because
okay.
The owner was the nicest dude.
So the actual best burger you've had is this one from this competition.
Phenomenal.
Okay.
Now, and I'm a little sad because I can't remember, but it was incredible. Now, my best fast food burger, your Shake Shack take, is objectively just wrong.
Yeah, a lot of people are going to disagree with that.
They're not the best.
Okay.
Now, what I will say is my choice is a bit of a cop-out.
Okay.
It's my favorite fast food burger. It's getting worse throughout the years, but it still hits.
Okay.
It will always hit. It's the Big Mac, man. I love a Big Mac.
Big Mac's classic.
I love a Big Mac. It's so good.
It's really good.
It's so good. Now, if we're going artisanal, my second favorite place, which would be my first, but unfortunately they were victims of the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
There was a burger food truck on South Lamar across from the Alamo called Jack's Inside Out.
Okay.
And it was exceptional. It was a very straightforward burger, no frills, fantastic.
You a cheeseburger guy?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, you got to get cheese on there.
No, I was making sure that you were saying it's nice to hear that you are.
Yeah. And we lost them to the pandemic, as far as I know.
Okay.
And it broke my heart. So, in their stead, right now, I think I'm going to go Dai Dui.
Dai Dui?
Dai Dui. Their burger is damn good.
I don't know Dai Dui.
Oh, yeah, we need to go.
Okay.
Okay.
Tell me about this burger. What's on this burger?
It's a straightforward burger. It's a straightforward. Look, I'll show you a photo right now. I have it up.
Okay.
I have it up. I needed to double check, but look at that bad boy. Look at that patty. Yes, all it's got.
That's some
cheese,
good bread.
Pickles, nice little glaze on the bread, and a little sauce, a little special house sauce, and it is delicious.
Is it $17?
No.
Okay.
No, they have a nicely priced burger. It is appropriate. I do believe it is on special. I don't think you can get it at any time of day.
Okay. All right.
But
all right.
It's damn good.
Okay.
And that's the burger you want to get in Austin.